The crews make final checks to their boats ahead of race 16 back to London. The 12 Gosport-based boats have spent just under a week in the port, which has been the home of the Dutch Navy for over 200 years. Race day dawns bright and sunny. One by one, the racing yachts slip their moorings, each given a send-off message from the race founder, record-breaking yachtsman Sir Robin Knox-Johnston.
It is a life-changing experience. They're going out there, they're doing something extraordinary, something very special, something most people have never done, never will do. But it isn't just that. They learn that they can cope with the big seas. They learn they can cope with the awkward hours, the getting up at night to change a sail when it's wet and cold and miserable. And they learn that they can do it. And it changes them. They grow in confidence. They say, I can do that. I can do anything.
One DLL was the last to leave, seen off by hundreds of family, friends and employees of the Dutch investment company that sponsored the team. Into the North Sea, and the Dutch Navy was on hand to bid farewell to the fleet. Frigate Tromp was carrying hundreds of well-wishers.
Big ease on kite halyard! Hoist kite! Start!
Race 16 underway, and it's a slow start for all, and a disappointing one for Cowes-based skipper of One DLL, Ollie Cottrell.
I'm not going to lie, we were 12th, stuck behind another clipper vessel, so every time we overtook them, they stole our air and we ended up going slower.
As the crews worked hard to find any wisp of wind they could, Holland eventually became a memory, as did the blue skies, shorts, t-shirts and flat seas.
But the boats have actually handled extremely well. They've proved robust, strong enough. They've had some pretty difficult weather at times, but they've coped with it amazingly well. And I think full marks to the crews who've risen to the challenge of them, because they are challenging boats.
Whilst the crews on deck battled to keep the sails trimmed and at times out of the water, down below, running repairs were being carried out.
Well, my job on the boat is actually sailmaker.
Denise Oakley, a reservoir engineer for BP, had performed a number of repairs in the 10.5 months since the race started. What's the biggest repair you've had to do so far?
It's our Code 2, which is our mid-weight spinnaker. It must have been about 30 metres tail that I had to repair. And down here, you can see there's not much space.
And even at 45 degrees, the crews need to be fed.
It's not spacious, but it's cosy.
On galley duty was 48-year-old Ronald Mapperlink.
Typical menu is cereals. At lunchtime we mostly got some pasta or rice, same in the evening.
One of the youngest to take part in the race was Edward Collison from Emsworth. He was 18 when the race started, but he already had an idea of what to expect on board Invest Africa.
I found out about the race when I was about 15 years old, watching a programme called Against the Tide. So I sort of knew the weather would get, but it doesn't show you how bad it actually gets out there.
And another of the boats, Great Britain, experienced the full force of what Mother Nature could throw at it.
Yeah, we had a knockdown between Brisbane and Singapore. That's when the mast touches the water.
Ione Robinson from Northampton.
It was very scary.
Back on deck, perseverance paid off as the crew took One DLL from 12th to 1st, but then fate dealt a blow.
And then we managed to hold on to that for most of the race until they extended the course, and then unfortunately in that last little extension we lost 2 places.
At dusk on Friday, 307 miles after leaving Den Helder and 48,121 miles into the race, 9 of the 12 boats crossed the finishing line at Southend Pier in the space of just over half an hour, with Great Britain taking line honours, Henry Lloyd in 2nd and One DLL in 3rd. 9 of those on board can now say they've sailed round the world.
A mixture of excitement to come to the finish in London, elation that we've completed this epic journey, but also a feeling of sadness that it's come to an end, and the community that I've lived with for the last 10.5 months will no longer be a community.
After some mild celebrations, the fleet formed a victory parade on Saturday, 35 miles along the Thames into the City of London. With Ollie's team in 3rd place overall came the honour of passing under Tower Bridge.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Shocked at how many people there are along the banks of this river. It's been really emotional, actually, more emotional than I thought. It's sort of starting to come home that we finished, but absolutely incredible. The sun's come out, the weather's brilliant, everyone's cheering. Crew are having a great time, couldn't ask for more.
And then to a hero's welcome at St Catherine's Dock.
We certainly do, Hannah. One DLL just coming in now.
What a fantastic reception! It's absolutely brilliant. London has done us proud. 4, 5, 6 deep. People as far as you can see. And the reception is, as I say, absolutely brilliant.
And a place on the podium.